We're now joined by Perry Winters. He's a jockey of how many years?
About 30 now.
30 years. So thanks so much for speaking with us. Tell us a little bit about how your career as a jockey started.
I started when I was pretty young. There was a bareback rider in a town I grew up in, Grantham, and he always kept telling me I should be a jockey, and I took his advice, and it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say it's the best thing?
Oh, I enjoy it. I just love racing, and it's been my life, and it's been my livelihood, and it's just been great.
Now, off camera, we've been hearing some incredible things about you. Throughout your career, you've had how many wins?
I'm getting really close to 3,000. I'm 27 wins away from 3,000.
27 wins away. Do you plan to accomplish that this spring and summer?
Well, I would sure like to. That's my goal, to get to 3,000. There's not many riders have done it, and
Really?
I would just love to do it this year.
Wow. So how old are you today?
I am 49.
If you don't mind me asking. You're 49, and what's the average career span for a jockey?
Well, there's been lots of riders, Will Shoemaker, Alan Cupperson and stuff. They've rode into their 50s and 60s, so it just depends on how your body's feeling and, you know, if you can just keep it up.
Are you here 7 days a week?
Yes.
Okay. And what's an average morning like for you? How does it start?
It starts the track opens up at 6. You come down, have a coffee, and your agent runs around and sees how many you got to get on, and then he'll line it up, and then you run around to your barns and you go and work your horses that you got to work for the morning.
Gotcha. And how many horses do you usually ride in a single day?
For me, it's not a whole lot. It's between 5 and 6 is my average.
Wow. So you're jumping around. Do you have relationships with all the horses that you ride?
Yeah, some of them you get to know them and you get along with them, and they know you, and so you know their little tricks and their little quirks, and so it helps to know the horse a little bit too.
I was asking a little bit, you know, if I wanted to switch careers, get on a TV and become a jockey, how would I do that? What's the first thing I need to do?
Well, the first thing you need to do is you got to get on a weigh scale, and hopefully it can be about 114, 115 pounds, somewhere in there, and have really good balance.
I don't have really good balance, which has probably been proven many times here on Shaw TV, trying different sports and stuff. Okay, and 114 pounds, is that how much you weigh?
That's what I weigh, 113,
Wow.
114 on the average.
How do you maintain that weight?
Just exercising and staying fit and kind of watching what you eat and just staying active.
Okay, and besides horse racing, how do you stay active?
I got a son that plays hockey, and we play a lot of hockey in the wintertime together, and I ride an order track, and lots of playing with my son.
Gotcha. Being a jockey, we always hear about height requirements as well as the weight requirements, which I just found out I'm never going to be a jockey because I'm never going to lose that much weight. But what's the average height for a jockey?
Well, most of the jockeys are around, I don't know, I'd say 5'5" would be average height, but there's some of them that I've rode with that are almost 6 feet tall, but really skinny, and they're light.
And do you prefer your build? Is your physique easier, do you think, to maintain a horse?
Well, yeah, for me, like I said, I don't have to watch my weight that much. I just got to watch a little bit what I eat, and as long as I stay active, I kind of maintain my weight pretty much the whole year round.
We were talking earlier at the beginning of the show with Scott about, you know, the generation that it really follows horse racing, that really wants to come down and see the horse races on it every single day. What do you think appeals to people nowadays with horse racing?
Well, they're just a beautiful animal, and you know, just happen to get some long shots in. Once someone bets a long shot and wins a race, then they're almost hooked. And it'd be nice to get a lot of younger people here to watch, like my son and everything. He just loves horse racing, and he encourages his buddies to come down. So it'd be nice to get young people involved.
How old's your son?
He's 11.
Is he going to be a jockey like his papa?
Well, maybe. He's a good athlete, and he's 60 pounds soaking wet so far, so there's a possibility.
Besides horse racing, what would you compare that to other sports? Is there anything like horse racing as an athlete?
Oh boy, that's pretty tough. I'm not really sure how to compare it. It's you got to really love it, and I mean it's a very dangerous sport. I mean, I guess car racing or something, even for us, sometimes it's hard to get insurance and stuff because it's a very dangerous sport.
Have you ever been hurt on the track?
Yeah, I've been hurt a few times, but knock on wood, I've been pretty lucky.
Is your hat made of wood? Is your helmet?
No, but expression. But no, I've been pretty lucky. I've broken my thumb a couple times and ribs and stuff like that, but nothing really serious.
And the horses as well, they get injured all the time. In your arm, oh, ouch. Well, hopefully you're in tip-top form today. The horses always get hurt. Do you ever get attached to a horse and then it gets injured or it dies on the track? And how is that like?
Oh, they're just like our pets too. Yeah. I mean, people really fall in love with their horses, and they just get so attached to them. And yeah, it's really painful. Like if you're riding a horse and you win a bunch of races on and he gets hurt, it's very sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite part overall?
Winning.
Winning.
Winning's the best part. You never get tired of winning.
And 27 wins away from what again?
From 3,000 wins.
3,000. Well, thank you so
Thank you very
much,
much.
Perry. It's been a pleasure. We're going to take a quick break here on Shaw TV.